Homeless man asks Keanu Reeves for $1. What he did next will shock you. The air in downtown Los Angeles was crisp, the sky already turned a deep, inky blue. Streetlights flickered on, casting long shadows that stretched across the sidewalk. Among the bustling crowds and the steady hum of honking cars, a solitary figure sat huddled on a street corner. This was Dave, a man whose life had once been much brighter. In his hands, he held a flimsy cardboard sign, its message simple yet poignant. Anything helps. God bless. Dave watched the unending stream of people passing him by. Some averted their eyes, while others hurried along, absorbed in their own world. Just as a familiar despair began to weigh on him, someone stepped out from the crowd. The man wore a simple beanie and jeans, his demeanor unassuming. It was Keanu Reeves, a name known around the world, but on this evening, he was just another face among many. Keanu stopped, his gaze falling on Dave's weathered face and his handwritten sign. He didn't immediately reach for his wallet. Instead, he did something unexpected. He knelt down, meeting Dave at eye level. "What's your story?" Keanu asked, his voice soft but sincere. Dave hesitated, startled by the kindness in those few words. But then he began to speak. He talked about losing his job, his home, and the family he had been separated from. With each sentence, his shoulders seemed to sink lower under the weight of his struggles. Keanu listened closely, his expression one of deep empathy. When Dave finally finished, Keanu didn't respond with empty words or shallow sympathy. He understood that sometimes, what mattered most wasn't a solution, but simply being heard. "Let's get you something warm to eat," Keanu offered, his voice carrying quiet determination. The two walked together to a nearby diner, its glowing lights a welcoming contrast to the cold outside. Inside, over steaming cups of coffee and plates of hot food, Keanu learned more about Dave. He saw not just a man struggling, but a man who, despite everything, hadn't lost his spirit. Keanu made a few phone calls, his voice low and calm. That night, he arranged for Dave to have a safe place to stay, a modest but clean room where he could finally rest. But Keanu didn't stop there. The next day, he connected Dave with a job counselor, someone who could help him rebuild his life and regain stability. Keanu believed in second chances and the strength of human resilience. As weeks turned into months, Dave's life began to transform. He found steady work, secured a small apartment, and, most importantly, rediscovered hope. Keanu's simple act of kindness had created a ripple effect. It not only changed Dave's life, but also inspired countless others who heard the story. For Keanu, it was never about recognition or publicity. It was about seeing the humanity in someone, regardless of their circumstances. It was about planting a small seed of compassion and watching it grow into something extraordinary. Even in life's darkest moments, a single act of kindness can spark the change someone desperately needs.